Deep-sea mysteries are like a treasure hunt, with each discovery revealing more about the secrets hidden beneath the waves. For years, scientists have come across terrifying discoveries in these dark and mysterious waters. These mysteries continue to be intriguing, and some are still unsolved. Let's dive into these ocean phenomenons. The Milky Sea Affect. We might have the technology to understand how the Milky Sea Affect happens, but scientists are still puzzled about exactly why it occurs. For many years, sailors have talked about seeing strange glowing patches in the ocean. People called these sailors crazy. Nope, they were right all along. Most people used to think it was just superstition until 1985, when scientists found out it's caused by bacteria in the water. Since then, we've learned more about this glowing phenomenon, but we still don't know why the bacteria gather in this way. It's very unusual. These areas of the northwestern Indian Ocean near to Somalia continue to be studied for their unique properties. We're still figuring out why the Milky Sea happens, and we'll keep you informed if there are any new advancements in the knowledge of this bizarre ocean feature. Atlantis of Japan. Below the waves off the coast of Japan's subtropical Ryukyu Islands, a series of curious pyramid-like formations have captivated divers and geologists. It sparked whispers of an ancient civilization that once lived above the surface. The Ryukyu Islands are nestled off the coast of Asia. They extend some 700 miles southwestward from the southern Japanese island of Kyushu. The deep-sea discovery in 1987 uncovered this interesting pyramid-like formations. About 2,000 years ago, a city in Japan sank into the ocean near Yonaguni Island due to a massive earthquake, or so the story says. Some people argue about what really happened, as it had become an ancient story carved in history. The site is now known as the Yonaguni Monument, and the structures around it are just natural rock formations shaped by erosion. Or so they say. When taking a closer look, it seems that this was a structure with ancient properties. Others point out their sharp corners, animal-like shapes, and what look like columns, suggesting they were made by ancient people. One tricky structure to explain is a 25-meter-tall stepped pyramid. Local marine geologist Masaki Kimura thinks this might be evidence of a lost continent, like Mu, which people have talked about for a long time. Some even see what looks like a face in the formations, 2 eye sockets, a nose, and a mouth, all strangely symmetrical. When you look at this underwater sunken structure, it peels back the years of history and what we have yet to fully understand. Portugal's underwater pyramid. In the early 2010s, a man named Dzio Silva claimed to have found a huge pyramid under the Azores, located between the islands of Terceira and São Miguel. These islands have been a source of mysterious stories and legendary tales. In his discovery of this structure, he said it had a base of 8,000 square meters and stood 60 meters tall. Finding an underwater pyramid would be incredible, especially since this area has been underwater for 20,000 years. Silva suggested it could have been built by an ancient civilization that lived before the last ice age. The last ice age may have been what wiped them out. However, the Portuguese Navy disagreed with these claims of ancient roots. They said Silva likely misinterpreted his data. Some people think the Navy just said that to hide the discovery of an ancient pyramid. The Titanic never sank. To no one's surprise, there are many conspiracy theories about the Titanic. Meeting its fate and killing over 1,500 people, there are still many questions surrounding this vessel. One popular theory suggests that wealthy businessman J.P. Morgan arranged for the ship to be sunk to eliminate some of his enemies who were on board. But that's nothing compared to the biggest Titanic conspiracy theory of all, that it never sank at all. Some people believe that the Titanic was secretly switched with its sister ship, the damaged RMS Olympic, and it was the Olympic that went down in the Atlantic. According to this story, the Titanic sustained damage in an accident with an iceberg, but instead of decommissioning it, the owners swapped it with the Olympic and deliberately sank it to claim insurance money. The theory suggests that the ship couldn't be turned in time to avoid the iceberg, sealing its fate. Maybe we should ask famous director James Cameron what really happened. Don't forget, he did visit the sunken ship some 33 times to see the wreckage of the Titanic. He even told stories of being trapped down there too. We wonder what really happened. There is so much more hidden in this mysterious wreck. The shark snacker. In 2014, scientists discovered something alarming happening to great white sharks off the coast of southwest Australia. They had never seen an ocean predator that had taken a beating like this. They became aware of this when a research tag attached to a great white shark suddenly dove down to 1,193 feet into the ocean depths. This was a massive dive, one that scientists hadn't seen before. Realizing the great white would dive that deep intentionally, the questions arose. What's more, the tag's temperature rose significantly during the descent, from 46 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. The only plausible explanation was that the great white, the ocean's top predator, had been attacked and eaten by something even bigger, faster, and stronger. Two main theories emerged about what could have done this. One suggests it might have been an orca, also called a killer whale, known for their aggressiveness and being much larger than great whites. The Devil's Sea. Known as the Asian Bermuda Triangle, the Devil's Sea sits in the Pacific Ocean off Japan's coast. This wicked area of ocean continues to puzzle all of us. In 2014 and 2015, two separate passenger planes carrying over 250 people mysteriously crashed into the waters of this area. These incidents prompted investigations into the sea's history, revealing a pattern of disappearances that even date back to the 1950s. During that time, numerous large vessels vanished under mysterious circumstances, in the case of some 9 incidents occurring within the span of just 4 years. In response, the Japanese government dispatched a military ship to investigate, but it too disappeared without a trace. Can you believe that? The Devil's Sea seems to swallow up ships and planes without explanation, leading to speculation about its nature. Some suggest it could be a gateway to hell, as its name implies, while others propose electromagnetic anomalies or encounters with sea monsters. Whatever the reason, the Devil's Sea remains a perilous mystery, and sailors steer clear of those waters. Submarine disappearances of 1968. Next, we have the strange case of submarine disappearances in 1968. Between January and May of that year, 4 submarines from different countries vanished without a trace. The first to go missing was the Israeli submarine, the INS Dakar, along with its crew of 69 men, lost in the Mediterranean Sea in January. Just 2 days later, the French submarine, the Minerve, with its crew of 52, disappeared in the same area. Later, a Soviet nuclear submarine with 98 crew members disappeared in the South Pacific, followed by another Soviet nuclear sub sinking in the North Atlantic. In 1999, the INS Dakar wreckage was found, but it is unclear whether it sank due to technical issues or enemy action. The fate of the other submarines remains a mystery. In 1974, pieces of one of the Soviet submarines were recovered, but officials gave vague responses, hinting at a cover-up. Megafauna. Aquatic megafauna are enormous creatures that dwell in the unexplored depths of the ocean. While many marine species remain unknown to us, there are some massive aquatic animals that we have discovered. Besides whales and sharks, which are well known, we have creatures like the giant squid and the colossal squid. The largest recorded giant squid measured 43 feet long and nearly 1,000 pounds, but they've thought to grow even bigger, up to 66 feet and over 1,000 pounds. Similarly, the largest recorded colossal squid was almost 43 feet long and weighed over 1,000 pounds, but they too may grow larger. Both the giant squid and the colossal squid have 3 hearts, 8 arms, and 2 tentacles. The giant squid's arms are covered in sharp suction cups, while the colossal squid suckers have strong, sharp hooks. Encountering either of these creatures in the ocean would be quite daunting. Considering that we've only explored about 5% of the ocean, it's fascinating to think about what other colossal and mysterious creatures might be lurking in its depths. There's still so much more to discover, and it's exciting to imagine what we might find if we keep exploring. Thanks for joining us on this journey through ocean mysteries on Underwater Scaries. Check out our other videos and subscribe so you don't miss our new ocean documentaries.